you would certainly think we were, and she was just a little evasive.
But you know what? She thought about her answers, and then she concluded, yes, the countries at war. She referred to the troops serving in Iraq and Afghanistan right now. Now, Lindsey Graham, as all of us know, we all know Lindsey Graham. He himself is a JAG officer in the U.S. Air Force. In fact, during the recesses from the Senate, he often goes and serves in the U.S. Air Force Reserves as a JAG officer. Last summer, he went to Iraq for a couple of weeks. So he really is a prosecutor in a certain degree. And I want to play this other clip, Gloria. I want to come out and talk to you about this because here he starts off relatively polite, but then listen.
I like you, by the way, for whatever that matters. Since I may vote for you, that ought to matter to you. One thing that stood out about your record is that when you look at the almanac of the federal judiciary, lawyers anonymously rate judges in terms of temperament. And here's what they said about you. She's a terror on the bench. She's temperamental, excitable, she seems angry. She's overly aggressive, not very judicial. She does not have a very good temperament. She abuses lawyers. She really lacks judicial temperament. She behaves in an out-of-control manner. She makes inappropriate outbursts. She is nasty to lawyers. She will attack lawyers for making an argument she does not like. She can be a bit of a bully. When you look at the evaluation of the judges on the Second Circuit, you stand out like a sore thumb.
All right, so you see he's quoting other attorneys and saying, you know what, she is tough and her temperament might not necessarily be appropriate for the United States Supreme Court. Gloria, he is a skilled questioner.
He is, and you can see she was listening very intently. These are clearly very difficult things to hear that other people have said about yourself. And what he said to her was, he didn't attack her on it. He said, look, as you reach this juncture in your life, you may be ascending to the highest court in the land. This might be a time for self-reflection. And he kind of left it there without having to attack her, but by raising the issue, saying this is tough stuff and you really need to listen to what these people are saying.
You know, she did say, in short of defending herself, I do ask tough questions of my colleagues.
He does, and if you look at the full entry in this lawyer's guide, Senator Graham did pick out the most negative comments, and there were a lot of positive comments in there as well. And it's worth remembering that this is an anonymous survey, and all of us who have read blog comments, I think we know that people in anonymous comments are often unduly hostile. And women in positions of power tend to be described in precisely these terms. You know, men are tough, women are shrill. Men are experienced, women are battle axes. And I think that's a little bit of this kind of comment.
Let's not forget, John King, that the American Bar Association gave her the highest possible rating as someone very qualified to be on the Supreme Court.
And we've talked a great deal, and it was talked about yesterday, that do these hearings really serve a purpose for the country? Do we learn anything new about the nominee? I think this was the first conversation. Almost all of the other back and forths have been scripted. Republicans come to make a political point, they let her answer the questions. A lot of the conversations with Democrats are scripted by the White House to address political points the White House believes need to be made for the hearings. This was an actual conversation between Senator Graham and Judge Sotomayor where we learned a bit about his perspective, but we also learned a bit about her. He essentially put her record out there.